Chapter 5.
Light and sound, learning objectives, light, how light travels, sound, noise. We see many objects around us with the help of light. Light is a form of energy. The sun is our natural source of light on the earth. Torches, electric bulbs, etc. are artificial or man-made sources of light. How light travels. Light coming from the light source travels at a tremendous speed of about 300,000 kilometers per second. Light always travels in a straight line unless it is disturbed by some object on its path. Take a tube and look through it. Will you be able to see things on other end? The answer will be yes. Bend the tube and observe. What have you observed? Now you can see nothing through the tube. Objects that allow light to pass through them are called transparent objects. Objects that allow some light to pass through them are called translucent objects. Objects that do not allow any light to pass through them are called opaque objects. Shadow formation. Opaque objects create shadows as they disturb the passage of light. Because light travels in a straight line, if something gets in the way of light rays coming from a light source, their path is blocked. Since light cannot travel around the object, a dark area is left behind it. This is a shadow. Shadows are formed on the side away from the light source. Shadows may appear small or big. Reflection of light. You see objects when light shines on them. Light is bounced off an object, and when you look at it, the light enters your eyes. You can see the moon when it bounces sunlight to your eyes. Stand in front of a mirror. What do you see? When you look into a mirror, you see your reflection. When light hits an object, it gets reflected. Reflection is the return of light after striking a surface. Shiny surfaces reflect light well and can produce images. An image is a picture you see when you look in a mirror. Mirrors reflect light very well and make clear, sharp images. Dull surfaces reflect only a little light or none at all. Mirrors are made up of a flat piece of glass which is transparent. On the back there is an extremely thin coating of silver which is shiny. Light bounces off this coating very well. This is called reflection. Sound. Sound is a kind of energy. Things that vibrate make a sound. Take a tuning fork and strike it gently on a wood block. What will you observe? It starts vibrating and a sound is produced. We hear sounds like the ticking of a clock, clapping of our hands, or our own breathing sound with the help of our ears. Sound is a form of energy which can be heard. When the drum is hit with a drumstick, the drum skin stretching on it vibrates, producing different sounds. Similarly, when you pluck the strings of the guitar vibrates and produces sound. A sound is produced when an object is disturbed. Sounds help in identifying the type of objects producing them. Human sounds. Your voice comes from your throat, but one hand gently on the front of your throat and hum. You will feel vibrations inside your throat. It is the voice box. We use the voice box in our throat to speak. Inside the voice box, there are folds of muscles called vocal cords. When you speak or sing, you make your vocal cords vibrate. You do this by making air from your lungs pass over your vocal cords. The vocal cords vibrate and make sound. You can change the sound from your vocal cords by making them vibrate faster or slower. Sound needs a medium. Without air, it is not possible to hear sound. Sound travels through liquids, solids, and gases. Sound travels well through air. It travels faster through liquids and best of all through solids. Sound cannot travel through a vacuum. When you put your ear on a railway track, you can hear sound of the train coming from a distance. This proves that sound travels through a solid. Noise. Some sounds are soft, some sounds are loud. Some sounds are pleasant, some sounds are unpleasant. Soft and pleasant sounds soothe us. Loud and unpleasant sounds irritate us. Such a sound is called noise. Noise can cause pollution. Some of the most common sources of noise pollution are aircrafts, loudspeakers, loud noise at work, and pressure horns. Echo. Sound waves also get reflected. When you speak loudly in an empty room, sound waves travel undisturbed, reach the wall of the room, and from there they get reflected and come back. When you speak in a room full of furniture, the sound waves reflect back so fast that no echo is heard. Some sounds are also observed. Echo is formed when there is enough gap between the direct sound and reflected sound. Keywords: transparent, objects that allow light to pass through them; translucent, objects that allow some light to pass through them; opaque, objects that do not allow any light to pass through them. Looking back, light is a form of energy. Light travels in a straight line. Sound is a form of energy which can be heard. Human sounds are produced by the vibration of vocal cords. Any unwanted and unpleasant sound is called noise. The reflected sound waves are called echo.
Chapter. Put a tick on